guess with that, welcome to Standing on Business,
Oh yeah.
everyone.
Hi
Welcome
everyone.
to the pod. We this episode is gonna be a get to know us episode. The working title is New Pod Who Dis. I don't know if we'll keep it,
Yeah.
but that is the working title. I want you guys to know that as we were recording this and as we planned this was the title that we kept referring back to. So
Yeah.
today, yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
sorry. I was gonna say, one thing we one thing about us and working titles is that the moment we make it a working title, it becomes the title because we aren't very creative when it
I'm
comes
not
to
gonna
naming.
manifest that. I'm not manifesting that. I'm
Okay,
choosing
fine.
not to
It
manifest
won't
that.
become our title because we
Mm.
only have working titles as working titles and it's never been any different.
Oh yeah, for sure. Standing on Business was our working title.
Yeah, but Standing on Business was a good working
It
title.
was a good working title,
New Pod
but
Who
it.
Dis could use some work.
Okay, so this episode it's just to get to know us really, and so we've got the Wheel of Names website, and we've put a series of questions. These questions are like informational questions, like just like things about us, that are more career related, and then the other 2/3 are would you rather's. And we're just gonna use Wheel of Names to decide which question will be next. So I guess we can get started, Nathan. If you could do the honors, please pick
Oh,
world music.
yep.
First spin.
Oh my god. Oh, the best one.
Oh my god. Okay, this is great. So this is choose a superpower, and then another person chooses side effect. Okay, superpower. Flying. What's my side effect?
Flying, except every time you pass gas, you drop. Every time you pass gas, you drop exponentially. And I don't mean like you fart and it just pushes you down. I mean you lose the ability to fly for a solid 5 seconds.
For the
And
duration.
yes, and you fall even faster if you're passing actively.
Ah, that's funny. Okay, you choose a superpower.
Mm, okay. X-ray vision.
X-ray vision. Your superpower is X-ray vision. You can only see an X-ray.
You can only see an X-ray.
You
Okay,
can
that's not
only see an X-ray.
that's not too bad. That's not
So
too bad.
when you know your scans, like that's all you see.
See,
So
I feel
there's you
like
don't see cartilage. You don't see cartilage. You only see bone and dense substances.
see like I feel like for you this isn't a side effect because you already pick out the bone structure of Eastern Europeans. Like when you talk like you see a person and be like, you look Balkan. You know, your cheekbones are very high and strong. Are you Albanian? Hmm, hmm."
And I'm right.
You're
Um. Yeah.
so for you, it's like not a problem. For me, I mean, it would take some getting used to, but
Mm.
I'd only be able to imagine people balls, and that would be a hilarious day for me.
We played this game with a friend. We played this game with a friend, and I won't ever be as funny as this again. I've accepted this. She said her power would be walking on water. The side effect I gave her was you sink everywhere else.
Oh yeah, that was good. That was really good.
That was truly my I peaked. That's I was like I'm not gonna puke in high school. That I peaked right there. We were also theorizing that if it rained, she'd have the ability to do like she can fly.
Oh yeah, yeah. Like she'd
She
have
has
like
to
double
be.
jump and triple jump, or like she could climb the rain. I guess if she rains, she should float.
Levitate. Oh my god, that was a good one. Should we do another superpower?
Yeah, let's do
Let
one
me
more
let me
round.
come up with one. Um, you have the ability to
Manik.
manipulate.
Yeah.
You have the ability to manipulate liquid in any context. So you can change its phase, or you can float it. You can truly do whatever with liquid.
At that point, I'm a waterbender. Okay.
Yeah.
Side effect. Um, You have a bad bladder, and there's nothing you can do about it. Like, I'm talking a
Yes.
horrendously bad
Yes.
bladder. You have to use the bathroom every 5 minutes.
Oh,
And
well,
when I
then
say,
you're just diapering up.
yeah, I guess you have to wear a diaper, and you can't manipulate the liquid that comes out of you. That's my toxic trait. Actually, no. You can manipulate it, but it's horribly out of your control.
Interesting. Okay, wait, you come up with one.
Okay. Hmm.
This will be our last one.
Bad bladder is funny. All right. Okay. For 5 seconds at a time, you can control the way somebody moves. Like, you can take control of their body like you're a bloodbender. Like, so I'm
Okay.
saying, like, you're talking to someone and you can make them break out in song.
Okay. A side effect, you're also forced to do the same move. If you if you make someone do a backflip, you're also going to force yourself to do a backflip
Okay.
simultaneously.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. I would do that all the time. Yeah, I'm talking to someone, and then, oh yeah, I'm having a good day. The weather is backflip. Yeah, the weather's pretty good. The weather's pretty good. Yeah, I was gonna go take
Moment of
my kids
silence.
out to the park, but backflip. Wow. Anyways, let's move on.
Amazing. Okay, I guess let's move on from this
All
questions.
right, let's move on from.
Superpowers and side effects.
Oh, what's your dream job and why? This is a good question,
Hmm,
Vanessa.
that is a good one.
All right.
Uh, yeah, you can start.
Okay, so I have two answers for this. One of them is a world with money, and one of them is a world without money. And in this world with money, actually, I'm going to start with without money first, so you really know my true intentions. Um, I would be a tailor.
I could also see you as a Zumba instructor.
Oh, you know what? No, I'm changing. Wow, I'm changing it right now. I want to be a Zumba instructor. That
That's
would be so good
that
for
would be
me.
perfect for you.
Yeah. I feel like I do great as a Zumba instructor. I remember we were having this Hispanic festival event for a Hispanic History Month at school, and we invited a Zumba instructor, and the way our gym was set up, we had all the tables towards the left and the right of the gym, so that way the middle was wide open for
Mhm,
the Zumba instructor when she gets here. She gets here,
mhm.
we all get in front of her. We're basically lined up, and I was in the front row, and I was trying my hardest for absolutely no reason. Like, I was trying like my grade depending on it. No, I was trying like my life depended on it. I truly didn't care about my grades at the time. All that mattered was dance. And um I remember I caught her talking to my Spanish teacher while I was cleaning up for the event, and I walked by and she goes, "Oh, this is the one dancing with his entire heart." Dancing with his entire soul. I'm like, thank you, thank you, thank you. I was not good at it at all. She was complimenting me for no reason because I saw those videos of me dancing.
You
It
have
wasn't.
videos? Please send them to me.
I think Emily had them and she graduated, and I'm
Ugh.
too scared to talk to her ever again, respectfully. Um, but she had the video of me hitting it on the dance floor, and nothing about it was alluring at all. I didn't look cool and mysterious. I looked focused, tired, and constipated.
Oh, like Zumba.
Exactly, like moving on. Moving on. Well, my real dream job, though, at least what I want to do with my life, is I definitely want to be a biomedical engineer, or maybe a bioengineer. Those are two different things, by the way. I'm definitely a bio guy. That's part of the reason we started this podcast, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely be a bioengineer just because one of my dreams is to, as corny as this is, contribute to the human pool of knowledge. Like,
Yeah.
I just think it's so cool that everything we have is the result of like several thousands of years of people sitting down and thinking and then doing something with those thoughts. And I want to be like a pivotal moment in history for some sort of topic related to that. Like, I want to have my name in that giant pool of human innovation. that
Mhm.
spans I don't even know how many years.
Yeah, it's really similar for me also. I guess I'll start with the no money one and then the
Mm.
money one. If like I wasn't concerned at all about money, my dream job would be 100%. I'd be a journalist.
Ooh.
And if not a journalist, it would have to be a cinematographer because the crux of everything is just I like psychology a lot.
No, never
So
mind. That makes sense.
yeah, so as a journalist, I also see it a bit as like a civic duty. I'm obsessed with reading the Associated Press. I read it every morning. Um, because that was part of the morals I was taught was you have to like stay very invested in politics and what's going on around you. And so I've always had a love and appreciation for journalism. And the cinematographer thing is I like psychology a lot, and the psychology of a movie is like baked into its cinematography, how the scenes and the compositions make you feel. And so I really, really would like to do that also. And then my other passion, the one that I will actually go for, is I'm really interested in neuroscience. I love biology too, but my heart is in neuroscience because, like, the human brain to me is just the most amazing thing ever. Like, simply talking to a new person and just like seeing what they think about things,
Oh
I
yeah, I
could
love
literally do
doing
that.
that.
Right? Oh my
I
God.
love doing
So
that.
interesting. I love talking to people. And so, I mean, that's where it all comes from, like where all those thoughts come from. And so I love psychology. I love neuroscience. Both, I really like structural neuroscience, like molecular and behavioral. I don't know which one I'll go for. And then, but yeah, and from there, I'd really like to do research and teach as a professor simultaneously.
Mm.
I'd really enjoy I don't know if I would prefer dry lab or wet lab in the context of doing research, but I know I would love to teach in a college because I love to tutor. Um, and it's really fun the discussions you get out of tutoring, and so I think it'll be even more fun in a college setting. But yeah, I also really like outreach, so I don't know. I hope I could be that kind of professor who just like has a lab and lets students get experience in that lab. I think that would be something I'd really enjoy doing because I had the
Mm.
privilege of getting that experience. But yeah, those are the dream jobs.
That's pretty cool. And relating to what you said about talking to new people, I fully agree. I definitely need a job that's social
Hmm.
because I used to really deny the fact that I was actually yeah, no, I'm going to continue. I used to really deny the fact that I am extroverted because at least until like the past 2 years, I don't think I really was. But recently, I started doing this thing where every time I go out of the house, I try and talk to one random person. And honestly, I haven't I've lost count of the random people that I've talked to over the years. But just seeing their perspectives on things is very fun. Like I'll be walking on the street and I'll see a dog, an old lady walking her dog. I'll be like, wow, your dog is picture perfect. I really like I don't know, it's a cute dog. And then from there, it'll be a conversation about anything. We could be talking about the dog, where it got its name, to who the old lady is, the business she just retired from. You learn a lot of random things from people, and it's funny.
Yeah.
Like as long as I've been doing this, it's I can never predict where the conversation will go. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, a lot of the time it's
Yeah.
small talk, and you can expect small talk, but um, you really never know at what moment it'll hop from small talk to, I guess, big talk. And you'll
Mhm.
really even in the stage of big talk, you never know where that conversation is going. All you know is that you're enjoying it and they're enjoying it for a period of time, and that's like really genuine, really authentic,
Yeah.
and I love that social experience.
Yeah. Something I've never really quite understood is like the distinction between small talk and like big talk. Someone complaining about the weather is very interesting to me. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, actually, I would really like to talk about the weather we've been having. Or like, I don't know, I can't think of any other instances that would be considered small talk. Um,
How was your day? Good.
oh yeah. Like if someone asks me if I ask someone how their day was and they launch into what their day was, I'm delighted.
See, I think When people say, "How was your day?" it's just a polite version of saying hello,
Yeah.
which
I
is,
don't know what constitutes as small talk.
um, I guess, um, I guess when people say small talk, I think they mean like surface level conversations that you'd expect to have with anybody. That's like not too personal. And at least my opinion on small talk, like I see I understand like there are people who really don't like small talk. Like that's part of their personality. Like, no, I want to talk about something big and deep or something.
I feel
But
like that's an extreme minority of people, though. I think most people are just neutral about small talk.
exactly, exactly, because I really don't think there's anything to be upset with.
Yeah.
It's that gateway into something that could be.
Yeah. I also, oh
Yeah.
my God, my favorite thing to experience
Mhm.
is when you and a stranger are both witnesses to something. Like, you know what I mean?
Yes.
Like, like a minor disaster or like just an absurd situation. And you both like glance at each other and there's that mutual connection for a moment. Oh my God. While at my internship this past summer, I was walking side by side with a random lady because small sidewalks in Boston.
Mhm.
Um, Walking side by side to the Green Line, and we're like 50 meters away and we hear it pulling up. We look at each other, we both break into a dead sprint. We're sprinting because listen, I would not have run. I would have literally waited 10 minutes for another one because I was returning home and I had my earbuds fully charged, phone fully charged. I was good.
Mm.
I would have walked away to get a coffee and then come back during that time. But she starts running. And so I'm like, oh, okay, I'm not letting this girl run alone. We're going together. And so we're running, we're laughing together, and we made it on just as it pulled up. And that was such like a fun moment. Like, I have no
Yeah.
idea what that woman's name is, but like her face and her laugh is like imprinted in my mind. That was so fun.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree. A lot of it happens with the MBTA because
It's
honestly,
such
there's always
a shared
yeah.
experience.
It's such a shared cultural experience. The orange line stops very abruptly. It's the most beautiful line in my opinion. It's always well kept compared to
Oh,
the red line and the green
100%.
line. But it stops very abruptly. I guess all of them do. But anyways, stops abruptly, and I'm chilling with my friend Brian, and then Brian falls basically on top of me, and I'm sure you've watched into the Spider Verse where Miles is all like, "Hey," with the arm out over my shoulder. Brian catches himself on the wall. My back up against the wall. I'm like, "Oh my god!" Brian's like, "Hey," and I go, "Hi." And I'm looking into his eyes and he's looking into my eyes and it's really silent. And then I look around and there's this family, this mom and like these two kids, and they're looking at us and they're looking at me, looking at him, looking at me, and and uh well, after that we had one more stop to go, so all of us were just like yeah, that was a moment for sure. That was a moment in history, guys. That was funny. The mom couldn't hold herself back from laughing, uh, and I don't blame her because it was funny in retrospect. I had me panic because he was like right up next to my face. Like I thought I was gonna kiss him by accident. I was really worried, but um, but it turns out we're all good. We're all good. Nothing romantic happened, and we went our separate ways. But that woman, I'll never see her again. But that experience that I experienced and Brian experienced and she experienced was made better because of all three of us being there and all three of our
Yeah.
reactions and how it like manifested in that weird mechanism of stairs.
Yeah. I it just occurred to me that this question was what's your dream job?
Oh yeah, yeah. I still have a screen share. I don't know if the audience will see the screen share depending on where we post it,
No, I don't think
but
so. It's just
yeah.
really funny.
Yeah, what you guys can also expect from us, I know I said this in the episode 0 intro, but you can also expect a helpful amount of side tangents
Oh yeah.
because we are people with horrible attention spans.
Oh yeah, yappers, born yappers. I don't think there's been
Yappachinos,
a single.
yappinators, yappomatics, yappy pastas,
You know what would have been good? Oh my god, yappy baras.
yappy baras. Oh, I'm using that one. I'm using that one.
um, there has not been a single science class that we've been in where we haven't been absolute menaces in terms of talking because we love science so much
Oh
that
yeah.
we start talking we start like theorizing about the content, and it's gone to the point where in AP Bio these past 2 weeks of school we've been roping the teacher into the discussion. She'll come over because we'll be talking while we're doing an assignment. She'll come over, probably presumably to bust us for talking to get us to work silently, and we rope her into the conversation.
Yeah. Mm.
Okay,
Wait,
it's
hold on.
just so funny to me. On Friday, I cornered her and I got her to tell me about her research, and she did the science person thing where she like lit up. Do you know what I
Mm.
mean?
She did research on enzymes in Antarctica, and she was like doing dry lab, right?
Mm-hmm.
What was it?
Yeah.
What
Well,
was it
no, she was
like?
doing wet lab, and she didn't get to go to Antarctica. She was just telling me about her. I was asking her about her dissuasion. She got into a PhD program straight out of undergrad. So I was curious about that. And then she was telling me about her decision to do a master's in education, and that the lab just wasn't the right fit for her. And the program wasn't the right fit for her, and that she really does want to go back though, but a different version of the topic, more focused on what she wants to do, that she's realized she wants to do. I hope she
Oh,
does.
I hope she does too. Just not
Yeah.
this year. Just not this year. Anyways, you know what?
Let's do
Let's
the next
just
one.
yeah. This is fun. All right. Ah,
Oh, this is a good song.
if you could switch careers for a day, what would you choose?
So I do a job for a day.
Yeah,
Oh my
any job.
god. I'm I'm teaching a college class. I'm doing lectures because it's going to be like a Doogie Howser situation.
Hmm. For me, that's difficult. That's difficult. I want to do something only a day, right?
Yeah, only a
Okay.
day.
Then let's do something.
Sanitation engineer.
Oh, hell no. Hell no. Oh my gosh. No, 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 no. That sounds smelly. Anyways, I think what I would do,
One could say.
um, I thought you were gonna say like it's an acquired sense. No, thank you. I no, no, thank you. Anyways, I think only for a day, solely for the experience, I would be a UFC referee. Yes, yes, I would be a UFC referee.
That's great.
That would
Oh
be
my god.
awesome.
I feel that was so good. I feel like I have to amend my previous response to pick an actually funny thing.
I mean,
Dog walker.
dog. Shoot, shoot. I
Dog
can't. I
walker.
can't take yours. I can't take your idea. But if you have any like openings on that same day,
My new answer is dog walker,
okay. All right. All
which I
right.
feel like I don't even need to explain. It's the perfect job.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
Next question.
Would you rather be a famous author or a famous actor slash actress? Authors
Author.
don't make money.
A famous author.
Oh, like J.K. Rowling famous? I don't want to be her,
Yeah.
but okay.
Do not associate us with her, by the way. We do not support her beliefs.
Well,
But, like, yeah, that level of famous.
okay, because she doesn't do anything anymore.
Exactly. And
She
she's
doesn't.
raking in
She
money.
she, she made like 50 mil last year, just from
Really?
being.
Oh my god. Multiple sources have cited that Rowling earns anywhere between 50 million to 100 million each year from royalties.
Yeah, yeah, and people say she's canceled. No, she isn't. No, she isn't. I want to be that level of fame. I would love to be
Yeah.
that level of fame. She does absolutely nothing now. All she has to do is make a Twitter post just to remind people that she exists, which usually it's always a tragic moment in history when she does such. But boom, makes money. Actually, even if
uh
they forget who she exists, no one's gonna forget about Harry Potter.
it's cuz that's true. It's cuz she's branched into so many different. She has products like merch. Streaming services are paying for her periodically. Um she has in Universal like the Wizarding World, which they have to pay fees to her. And I think that's actually
Oh.
where she gets most of her money from these days.
Okay, then maybe
Um,
maybe maybe not her because I don't think I can get a theme park made after me. But
well, maybe you could. Maybe you could.
you have to consider the other side though. Famous actor? Think like I could be John Stamos.
The reason I didn't pick famous actor is
Mhm.
because I don't want people to recognize me. I still want the anonymity along with the money.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, because like the way I see it, if I'm a famous author, I can just go places. Like, oh yeah, I'm
You're
randomly just gonna
right.
spend 3 months in Albania. My entire bloodline is coming with me.
But as an
We can.
mm, as an actor, you'd get more money, but then you wouldn't be able to go to normal people places.
That's true, but also if we're earning like that estimated between 50 million and 100 million per year, I mean, really, how much more money do you need?
Um, that's true.
You know what I
Like,
mean? Like after you reach a certain threshold, additional money is just that additional. It's not making a big difference to your life.
see, all the stuff I do for fun, I do on a budget, and I'm
Mm.
I'm I'm content with that. That's fine. And I don't know if I'm saying that because I don't have an option or because I'm just creative enough to have fun on a budget.
Like I don't
Hmm.
know. Like, would
Actually,
you
if I did have
ever?
more money, I would be able to do more things. So obviously, I'd
Yeah,
have a lot more of a freeing life because I
yeah,
guess money
yeah.
doesn't buy happiness, but it gets rid of the main problem that everybody deals with, which is money. So
Exactly.
I guess it would be less stressful. Like you don't have to worry about your next meal because all you have to do is go to like a restaurant when you have that kind of money.
I'm out here making struggle meals. I could instead be making struggle
Yo, I will
reservations.
struggle reservations is funny. Oh yeah,
Which
woman
at that
dinner, not
point,
girl dinner.
oh yeah, oh yeah.
Um, struggle reservations sounds good. I'll say
Thank
for
you.
certain that no matter how rich I get, I will still be having struggle meals. You can't see my air quotes. I will still be making those struggle meals.
I will still be making ramen mac and cheese. Which let me just share this with everyone because ramen is a struggle meal for me. It's even more of a
Hmm.
struggle. It's truly a struggle because I don't have a microwave
Yeah.
in my
Wait.
house.
Wait. I never thought about that. Actually, you can just boil water. That's fine. But
I can boil water, yeah, but it takes conceivably longer.
see, my reaction, the magnitude of reaction that I had is what you'd expect from somebody who doesn't know that you didn't have a microwave. But this was just a defining Vanessa character trait for as long as I've known you.
Yeah,
that
I've
that
never
I
had
don't
a
have a
microwave.
microwave and I'm not like other girls, but literally I'm not like other girls. Like
I'm not like other people in America. I feel like I just don't have a microwave. I don't know how common this is.
it's
I
so uncommon. It's so uncommon.
really because
Vanessa,
like in it's just what gets me is in most of the world, most people don't have microwaves. It's
this
just
is
randomly in this country, everyone has microwaves.
that's the thing. Like I've never again, everyone I talk to, everyone I talk to has a microwave. And that's not because I ask, but because it's so reliable.
It's a staple.
You've never seen a cartoon character that has a house without a microwave where they're when they're cooking.
I
Okay, maybe
can't say I've ever paid that
well,
much
no one
attention.
pays that much attention. But like you'll, I'm telling you, you're never gonna wander into someone's house and someone who didn't just move there who doesn't have a microwave.
Well, actually, mine.
See, it's just you.
It's truly just me. So anyways, the ramen process is a little more involved, but I came up with ramen mac and cheese because I was like, if I eat ramen every night, I'm just gonna get sad. Um, because we cook lunch in my house. We don't make dinner. Like we cook a big like lunch. That's the meal we cook. And
Fair
so
enough.
breakfast and dinner are just figure it out. It doesn't help that I eat dinner really late. So it's like I truly just do have to figure it out like on the fly. So ramen mac and cheese was my invention. And there can be various substitutions, but generally speaking, I take ramen. I like chicken. I make the
I
ramen. I
also like
drain most
chicken.
of the broth. It's the best flavor. And then I leave like maybe half to a full tablespoon's worth of broth because I don't put too much water in there, so it's really concentrated. And then I add like spicy mayo, which adds spicy mayo. Spicy mayo is good on everything. It fixes everything and elevates everything.
Okay, I agree.
Um, I add like a generous amount of spicy mayo, and then like salt, pepper, paprika, and onion powder. Lots of onion powder, and then like a little bit of butter just to like get it to sizzle a bit. And then I like mix it around until I feel that it's cooked enough. And then I add a little bit of heavy cream, and then I add shredded mozzarella cheese and then chunks of fresh mozzarella, and it's delectable. I can also do more from this point
I'm
on,
very
but I
hungry.
usually stop here. It's delectable. I had this
The-
for dinner yesterday and the day before.
oh, this is okay. This is your breakfast? Is this your lunch? Just like a dinner for
This is
you?
my dinner.
Okay, never mind then. Wait, this the original question was: would you rather be a famous author or actor?
We already answered.
All right, let's do the next one.
What's a
Hmm.
skill you wish you had but don't?
This is a good question.
Um,
Hmm.
a skill I wish I had but don't is language learning skill.
Oh, okay, that's actually a good one.
Yeah, by
Um,
that I mean the more languages you teach yourself, the better you get at learning languages. Like first language, it can take you a couple years, but then each time after you get exponentially faster. So like if you like learn about like polyglots, if or like if you watch videos about polyglots, they'll always say the first couple languages a little hard, like it took a while, but then after 3 4 languages they get really good at teaching themselves languages and they pick up on them so quickly. Like there's this one girl, she was talking about how she had like basic conversational Korean down in like 3 months and she was studying daily because it was like her seventh language,
that's awesome.
right?
Okay, well, I was originally gonna say singing or dancing. That was my dilemma.
Mm.
But now that you say that, um, I have to agree with you. I'd have to agree with you. I'm gonna explain my rationale for singing and dancing. Um, they're cool. They're hot.
Yeah.
I like it. That's it. Anyways, now, with language learning, you know what a cool
I,
superpower would have been
I get to
for
talk to so many people.
with language learning, you get to talk to so many people. I forgot what I was gonna say. Um,
You
but
know
I
what's
would.
cool? Is that what you're gonna say?
Oh yeah,
Sorry about
yeah,
that.
yeah. Superpower. You can pick up any language after hearing one person speaking it for a moment. Give me a side effect. Oh, I got an idea. I got an
you
idea.
can you can only speak in in the language you just heard until you hear another one.
Oh, I had an even worse one, but I prefer that. I'm fine with that one. I'm
What
fine with
was
that one.
yours?
I was gonna say you can only hear when people are speaking a language you don't know. So for like I'd only be able to talk to you until you start speaking Albanian. But I'd only hear it for that one moment because then I'd be able to speak Albanian.
That's funny. That's funny.
That was a good option.
That was a good one.
Anyways, you'd be able to talk to so many people, and I would talk to
Everyone.
yeah, you know, like the trope of person. I don't know if that's politically correct to say with what's about to follow, but um, like I have a bunch of family members who immigrated here from their country, Uganda, to America, and their English isn't that good. I don't speak Luganda very well, but I would love to change that. And
Mm,
I am working on that though. I am working on that. But that would be cool. I get to talk to a bunch of old people. I would
exactly.
love
Oh,
that.
the elderly are so fun to talk to.
Yes, the elderly are so fun to talk to because
Yes. First
um
of all, funniest subset of people.
yes, because like any
Funniest age group.
any topic of conversation or at least any subset of conversation they have the most experience in.
Yes, and
Any
they've had years to sharpen their senses of humor.
Exactly, exactly. And even if they don't have a
Yeah.
typical sense of humor, they still have honed their sense of humor with such a sharpness that
Yes.
once
Oh
you
my
get
god.
used to it,
Yes.
it's like, okay, I like it. Like I was on a boat because
Yeah.
I was stranded on an island yesterday. Whole nother story. Whole nother story. But uh, th- our boat broke, and then a second boat came to pick us up, and um, it was a really nice boat, and the guy driving it was definitely older than me. He was very like snappy and snarky at first, but his sense of humor really grew on me because it's like any moment he had to throw in a sharp remark, he took it instantly. Like I was trying
Oh,
to
it
think
sounds
of
like my
like,
dad.
yeah, kind of like your dad, just a little bit more aggressive.
Hmm.
Um, but like I was like, oh my god, thank you so much for picking us up. Really appreciate you guys. You saved our lives, kind of, because again, like I said, we were stranded. Um, but and he was all like, yeah, well, I don't have Venmo, but if you have cash on you, that's cool. Anything in those bags that we pull in. But like he was, I don't know. I guess that's a very surface level joke, but it's like all of those in rapid succession. Like he doesn't have to breathe to come up with those jokes. He's just that seasoned,
Hmm.
you know.
Yeah.
And imagine that, but with talking with people in their native language,
Yes. Oh my god, that'd be great.
right? I think we can move on now. That was a good one.
Hmm.
Would you rather be a professional video game player or a professional candy taster? I'm gonna go with video game player. I'd be a
I'm
streamer.
also, weirdly enough, a professional video game player because the way I see it, I can just stream and I'm just
Yeah,
like
I'd just be a
gossiping
streamer.
with my friends and
That's
like, you know what I mean?
and then like even then, I'd probably be. I'd hope. I don't know if they mean professional in the sense that I play games and get paid, or professional in the sense that I'm so good that people watch me play and
I
I
think
get
both
paid.
works.
Both work, I'm sure, but I would love the second one because then I'd actually be good at video games. My main three games right now are Minecraft,
Real.
Overwatch, and Just to Impress. But every other game that I like playing, like Elden Ring, for example, absolutely horrible. It's like watching a baby pick up a controller for the first time. I'm like a pupper everywhere I go, but then I'd be good at it. And if not,
Yeah.
people would just watch me because I'm funny. I hope. Like,
Fingers
oh wow,
crossed.
this guy's so bad. At least he has a good sense of humor. I don't know,
That
like
would also
Kaisen
be
at
me.
no diss, but
I okay, my top 3 Minecraft and then The Sims 4, which I love The Sims 4 so much,
hmm,
so much. I hope they keep updating it like as time goes on. I don't want it to be eclipsed by The Sims 5 because I love The Sims 4 and I've put so many hours into that game. Love that. And then finally, I don't know if it's called Around the World or Race Around the World, but it's on Roblox. And I like to play with my younger cousin a lot. We've bonded over this game so much. She's such a sweat at that game. She's actually so good at it, though. It's actually insane. But the premise of Race Around the World is that you have to like go through a series of mini games per country. So you end up in like, I don't know, like Argentina, and you have to do like a dance memory game. Say you go to like Athens, you have to look for a book in like the Parthenon and then win an Olympic track race. And so it's like one solo mini game,
that's
and then
awesome.
one double, and then you just do that until there's 3 groups of 2 left, or 3 groups left if you're playing solos, and then you get sent to LA or New York or Honolulu or Las Vegas, and then you have to
That's
do
really
3
cool.
final mini games to win Race Around the World. It's an amazing game. Highly recommend.
I could see you playing that. And
It's
it,
so fun.
that's actually cool. A race around the world. Let me. No,
Do you
no, I'm
want?
not gonna play Roblox. I'm recording a podcast right now. Um. Anyways, moving on.
What's the best advice you've ever received in your career?
This is a
I
good
need to.
question. Something
I
good for
need
this
to.
podcast.
I need to think on this.
I have a couple. I have a couple.
Hmm.
There's there's two routes that people normally take, like especially out of high school when they're trying to find a job or a role in society or something. There's do something that'll make you money, and then there's do something that you like.
Hmm. Yeah.
And I think an important thing to remember when you're choosing, whether you're picking, um, whether you're just going into retail, just trying to get money, or you're picking a profession that you really like whether that's plumbing or singing or being an engineer, is that there's certainly dignity in all work.
Hmm. Yeah.
Like there's dignity in all work that you at least come across, whether it's sweeping floors or building medical devices. There's an importance and a dignity in all of that. And if you're in a situation where you have to find something you're good at and not find something you like, understand that there is some dignity in that work. You may not begin to like it, but you'll begin to appreciate it more.
Hmm. Oh yeah, 100%.
Like especially like while I was working at Market Basket, um I didn't really have that. I didn't have that advice when I was working at Market Basket, but I did hate the job. um, but I think subconsciously I realized that there was still like dignity in it. Like I'm still it still has a role in society, and it still serves a need. If it didn't serve a need, then people wouldn't be walking into Market Basket, you know.
Hmm. Yeah.
So not like I carry Market Basket on my back, but there's some dignity in being part of that. So at least whenever I would be talking with customers or um, just working because I know I need the money at the end of the day, that brings a little bit of resolve to what you're doing, like a little bit of balance to the tension that is you don't like your job. And
Hmm.
while it didn't make me particularly love Market Basket even more, it um A made it a lot more bearable, and B made it a little bit fulfilling because at the end of the
Hmm.
day there's dignity in my work. It's making me money. It serves a purpose for me. It serves a purpose for whoever's coming here. And even though these customers are a pain in my butt, I um I at least am doing something to survive. You know, like I'm doing
Hmm.
something within my control. And even in that, it makes you a little bit passionate about it. Like, hey, I'm here to push carts. I'm actually having fun now, and or I'm here to help customers, and I enjoy talking to them. Like
Hmm.
things like that.
Ooh, I guess mine would be just how important it is to get preliminary experience before you commit to a job.
I see.
But because there's two things. One, you don't know what you don't like until you've tried it. And you don't know what you really like until you've tried it. Um, and obviously this is not the same in social contexts.
Yeah.
There's nuance to this. Because we were in a generation of whataboutism, but for instance, my lab experience was eye-opening. I will always fondly remember it, but
Mm.
I learned what I liked in a lab. I liked the environment, but I also learned things I didn't like. Like for instance, it was a physics and neuroscience lab. I don't like physics. Um I just don't enjoy that aspect of science, and so obviously that would not mesh well. Another thing I learned is that I have a long what's it called when you get used to something?
um, history tolerance,
No, when you are getting used to something, getting acclimated.
like the time it takes to get used to something. Is that what you
Yeah,
mean?
a word for that.
I don't know, but I'm just gonna make one up. Acclimation period.
Yeah,
Let's go with
um,
that.
I I've learned that I have a really long acclimation period, and so like it takes me a while to learn. Like I guess the culture of the lab. And so that was
Took you a while
like
to
I
get
really
used to, but
yeah,
you
it took me a
did.
while to get used
And
to.
how that changed? Like how like what?
Oh, well, it went from really stressful to really fun when I got used to it, but it took a
Ah.
while to get used to it. And so I know that in the future, it depending on what kind of lab I go into, I know, okay, this might take a little while to get used to, but I think I'll have fun after. You know what I mean? And that's just important information to know. You don't want to be like slapped in the face with like, oh, it took 2 months and I'm not comfortable yet. Because you know that period that you need to acclimatize. And you also know better understand the things that you need to do to acclimatize. Um, I mean, this is kind of simple, but experience is everything. Experience is great.
Yeah,
Um,
for sure.
and that's why I like talking to people just about the things they've done. Because like you learn more about um, just like what to expect, maybe what not to expect, how things
Hmm.
have changed. Especially on the Orange Line, I ran into an old lady, like 70s, and she was talking about how when she was younger, she had gotten a degree in psychology and then a master's in psych. And then she spent her entire life working for like addiction counseling. And she was talking to me about how the industry has changed over the years. And that was fascinating.
Wow, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. And at least relating back to what you said, I totally agree. We do live in a world where experience is literally everything, and that's
Hmm.
in some cases that's unfortunate, but in a lot of cases, well, in a
Hmm.
couple of cases, it makes a lot of sense. And here is one of them. I think the reason the experience is important in the context that you mentioned it, and I guess the reason we're here as a podcast is because it gives you perspective.
Hmm. Yeah,
Going back to
exactly.
our exigence for this podcast, I guess. Um, I think there's a lot of ways to get that perspective. The best few ways, the best way is being there, but obviously that's difficult.
Hmm.
The
Yeah.
next best way is talking to people who have been there, because of course you can talk about the experience on paper. Like, yeah, you come in during these hours and you're expected to do these tasks and you have these responsibilities. Okay, cool. But I guess like the transactional description of a job is wildly different from the human experience of a job.
Hmm.
And while you can get that transactional experience anywhere, like at least what you do, what you gain, what you learn, blah blah blah. There's also, I guess, you get a perspective on some of the other things that you maybe just couldn't think about or couldn't possibly have come up with um, in those situations. Like for example, I could look into addiction counseling, and I could read about it. I could understand some of the processes, and I could read about the history. But at least when I'm talking to someone about it, or at least probably when you talked about it, I don't think it was the same uh, experience. I'm sure like it was much more involved
Hmm.
and a lot more personal. And you can tell when somebody likes their job, not just from them describing their job, but just from the implicit tone and mood and atmosphere around their job, the way they talk about
Yeah.
it. Like, I'm sure that woman very passionate about what she was doing.
She dedicated her whole life to addiction counseling.
That's awesome. And then
Yeah.
now you think addiction counseling is kind of cool.
Yeah, I think it's like honorable work. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, there's dignity in all work.
Yeah.
Oh wow, the tie-ins, the
Like
tie-ins this episode are going crazy.
yeah, like I don't know. It's just like right?
Mm.
Way better than the episode we recorded last week. Oh my
Oh
god.
god, yeah. This is the third attempt recording an intro episode, by the way. First one catastrophic. The second one
Second
was
one
so
somehow worse.
un. Yeah, like it was. Oh, I didn't. It's like we were so focused on being cool podcast hosts with all this extra knowledge that it came off like. First of all, it came off like we weren't human. Like this was a chat GBT generated episode.
Yes. Oh my
Second,
god. It was insane.
second, it was boring and boringly pretentious.
Yes, it was so bad.
Like it was like, here's
We
what
had
we have to offer you. Here's why
oh
you
yeah.
guys should be here. And that's not what we wanted. Like that's not what we wanted at all. It's just like at the end of the day, we are high school seniors. We're as professional as high school seniors get, but we are high school seniors.
Yeah.
We can't take ourselves that seriously all the time.
Hmm. And
Um
also, I mean, I
yeah.
don't think there's reason to take things so seriously all the time.
This is true, especially when you're not on payroll, right? Like
That's true.
We're doing this podcast for
Um,
free at the moment, but if a sponsor
I,
wants to come in and change that, let's talk. You can contact us at Instagram at Standing on Business Podcast on Standing on Business underscore podcast, Twitter STOB Pod. Our business email will be in the chat. I mean, in the description chat. Really.
in the chat.
If you have a product you want us to talk about it, send it over. We can use it for a week, and you know what? Yeah, let's talk. Let's talk.
He's trying. He's trying. Um.
That's funny.
Ooh, I had a thought, but I lost it.
Oh, sorry.
Dignity in all work. Ooh.
Oh, did I derail you? I'm sorry.
I was trying to hold on to it, but then I got distracted.
Dang it. Oh, distracted by the bag. I can't
Oh
help that
yeah,
we have our eyes on the prize. Anyways,
for
let's keep
sure, for
moving.
sure. I guess shall we move on?
Yeah. Uh, would you rather have the ability to control the weather or control time?
Control time.
Oh yeah.
Control time. I am pausing time and then doing a bunch of work. Unpausing, my work is done. Let's go hang out.
Dog, I'm doing that too. Okay. I'm gonna do wait. It depends on. I'm not going to go into the nuances of this disability because it's not that serious. But
Yeah.
um, I would certainly pause
Oh my
time.
god. I remembered what I was gonna say.
Okay, hold on.
Because
We're
you
suspending this question. What is it?
because you said it's not that serious. Okay. I personally believe that one of the most efficient ways to deliver a message is through humor.
This is
Let me
true.
let me expound on this. In my culture, most of our moral teachings are punchlines to jokes, which makes them so fun. We have this one phrase that I always think back on. I like at least once a week I think of this phrase, which translated it's like with some force, 7 goes into 13 twice.
That's funny.
And it's like spray painted in Tirana on like outside my grandma's like apartment. It's spray painted on the wall there,
That's so
and
funny.
because it's so true, and it's like the phrase itself is embedded in like our cultural attitude towards work and toward like making the most of what you have. And it's such a when you really think about it, it's such a beautifully philosophical phrase, but also it's just really funny. Right
That
underneath it, um
that is so funny.
yeah, right underneath it is another quote, which is it translates to no matter the like modern innovation, at the end of the day, we're gonna wipe our windows with newspapers. Because that's also something we had to do back in the day. You'd reuse your morning newspaper to wipe your windows once a week. And then spray painted right underneath those two, which I can only translate this phrase to be for real. Like I guess like it would loosely translate just to be so for real.
Oh wow, that's awesome.
And it's like
I agree with this, by the way.
I think
For sure.
I really love the avenue of humor to portray moral teachings. It's really fun.
Because I feel like humor is very. It's it releases a lot of tension. It brings back balance.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like it's just I guess the key to making an assertive message isn't isn't just being straight up aggressive with the way you speak. It's about making a message and tailoring it in a way that it's clear, concise, has nothing blocking it from being absorbed,
Yeah.
like no negative emotions or tensions blocking it, and in a way that resonates with people. And I think humor does that very well. It's like for example, with a little bit of force, 7 goes into 13 twice. Um,
Perfect.
that's perfect. That's perfect. It's clear. It's concise. Of course, it's not saying outwardly that you can make it work if you work hard enough. Like obviously
Yeah.
that's the point, but it's implicit enough to the point where it's funny. Like you can actually
Hmm.
extrapolate other emotions of it other than just determination and resolve and work harder. So it like it relieves that kind of tension. Sorry to uh analyze your quote. My bad.
No, no, no. By all means, by all means.
Yeah.
I love how I'm like, oh yeah, jokes are a good idea, and you're like, yes.
Yes.
Let me
You see, the
analyze the
reason jokes work.
intricacies of using humor.
Yes, 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 yes. As you can see, not many people know this about me, but I've started taking AP Lit this year, and um, I'm what you would call a bard, if you will, and
My name, in fact, happens to be Shakespeare.
yes, 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 yes. Shakespeare and I have a lot in common. A lot in common. Uh,
and
we,
primarily what they have in common is inventing words.
yep. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. My favorite word that I've ever invented was speckle-weckled, and I had people using that for like a solid month and a half.
That's true.
I could have
You did
made
have us
fetch
using
happen.
that.
I could have made fetch happen. um,
That's such an unhinged statement. I could have made fetch happen.
I I really could. And for the people who understand that reference, I love you.
Oh,
And
surely everyone.
no, because I made a joke like this similar, and everyone just looked at me like,
Guy, no. Okay, I know you guys have watched Mean Girls. You know that
I have watched
reference.
Mean Girls. I have watched Mean Girls multiple times, man.
Same.
I don't know
We
if
should
they've
rewatch
watched
Mean
me.
Girls.
Honestly. Um, but yeah. Anyways, let me go back to this conversation topic that was, would you rather have the ability to control weather or control time?
I mean, I feel like we both agree. Control time, and for the
Yeah.
same reason.
Um, Controlling weather would be like
I'll
what's
just
that
like
one?
stop natural disasters.
What's the name of that lady in that movie? Oh, okay, hold on. Let me
Storm. Storm.
let what?
Storm. From
No.
X-Men.
Oh, that does work. That's not what I was thinking though. Um, Welcome to the family. Where'd you go? Encanto. There we go. All right.
No
That
way. Pepa. Tia Pepa.
is that her? Is that her?
Yes, I'm telling you, it's
Okay.
Tia Pepa.
Okay. Um,
That's really funny.
I think controlling the weather would be funny. Like, I would make it rain in one specific spot. Like, I'd be like, "Look up, it's raining," and they'd be like, "Haha, Nathan." And I do that 3 times on a day that I know it's gonna be sunny because I made it sunny. And and on the fourth time, I'd be like, "Look up, it's raining." Haha, Nathan, you're so funny.
I think it would be really funny if it like in Encanto, it responded to your mood. For instance,
Oh no, that would
I
be
get
so bad.
annoyed.
I'm so
Like no,
emo. Like,
but really funny. Oh my god. So it's like it'll be sunny and then someone will be like, "Oh, did you remember to do the homework?" And it starts thundering. That's so funny. Especially if you have
dude.
no visible change in facial expression.
it's a it's dark and just a flash comes from the window illuminating one half of your face.
Exactly. Exactly. Like I could literally have the power to turn everywhere into Gotham or alternatively London, which I think is the same weather-wise.
Turn everywhere into Gotham was a crazy statement because I thought you meant like violence. I was like weather, Vanessa, not like
Yeah,
not
like
not mass cultural attitudes. Like, oh man.
the society is the culture, the weather of the time, or
Mm,
the climate of the time. Oh my god, I screwed up that reference.
yeah.
On the Basis of Sex, the Ruth Bader Ginsburg biopic.
um, I wish I didn't watch the full thing, but I watched that 5 minute
Fake.
intro. I'm sorry, I'm a fake woman fan. I'm a fake Ruth Bader Ginsburg fan. Did I say fake woman fan?
You did say that.
Oh yeah. Anyways,
Shall
let's
we
move
move
on.
on?
Yeah, this is so fun. Ooh, are you
Our
thinking about
origin
Seaport, Vanessa?
stories.
Are you thinking about a specific person that I'm thinking about right now?
I am. I am. So the
Okay.
question is, what inspired you to pursue your current career?
I think the better question is, who inspired you to pursue your current career?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Let's give it up for Natalie Coldell.
Natalie Coldell.
Imagine if she just randomly entered the recording studio.
She joins. You say her name 3 times. Natalie Coldell. Natalie Coldell. Natalie Coldell. Oh
I'm
man.
I'm gonna let you talk about this.
Yeah, I'm not gonna try. I'm not gonna talk about it too hard because I just made a LinkedIn post like praising her a minute ago. Um,
That's
um,
funny.
but essentially, Vanessa and I both did programs with this company called BioBuilder, which I guess BioBuilder's mission. I mean, I don't know how they word it, but essentially they are arming kids with knowledge about the biology industry. And
Hmm.
honestly, industry
Yeah.
it's not just like industry knowledge like the same type of thing you get from AP Bio. AP Bio is really rigorous textbook knowledge. What BioBuilder does is, I guess, what we're trying to do with the podcast, as in give people perspective.
Hmm.
Like,
Yeah.
I went to BioBuilder because I just didn't know if I wanted to do bio at all. Like I thought I wanted something within bio. Like maybe I wanted to do like a be like a nurse or a doctor or some sort of caregiver because I thought that was something I would be interested in, or like something hospital
You'd make a
related.
great nurse.
I I think about it all the time. Really, I think about it a lot because
You could be a travel nurse dynasty.
oh yeah, my mom's a travel nurse. I was thinking about this because I could continue the legacy, and I think it would be really funny and really fun too because I just like her work. My mom doesn't think that um I have like the drive to be a travel nurse, but I just think she hasn't seen the side of me that lights up when I do work. Because
Yeah.
that side of me is usually out in the lab, and my mom's always working, so she can't always
Mm.
see that. But she sees how I talk about it, so maybe she has a different opinion. But anyways, going back to this, BioBuilder was the experience. Like Vanessa was saying, having experience in the job makes you know whether or not you want to do it. For me, BioBuilder was the experience that let me know this is what I want to do for the rest of my life. Well, at least for a long time. I like this. I'm never going to be doing one thing, but I'm going to be doing like a bunch of other things. We'll see. I'll answer the same question in 80 years. But um BioBuilder for me was that high school bio experience that let me know that this is what I wanted to do. And particularly the people there at BioBuilder were so passionate about their jobs. Shout out to Dr. Ketchmarek. And
Oh yeah.
she's great. And then also this Natalie Coldell. Actually, yeah.
And Miss Kate Schneider and Mr. Vivek.
Oh yes, I only had Vivek for a moment, but he was such a great. He was so enthusiastic. I loved him. He was
Yeah.
great.
We
Oh,
did
and
a
shout out to
different
Zishan.
versions.
Shout
Oh
out to
yeah, shout out to
Zishan.
Zishan.
Oh
Everyone at
yeah.
the Bible team. We did different versions of the program.
Mm. Yeah, mine was the summer research
In
program. So we did
mm,
everything like it was mostly synthetic biology focused, and we got a little bit of everything. So we did like in class lectures, kind of like school college style. We did a lot
mm,
of wet lab work. We did a bit of dry lab work, like data analysis. We had people come in and talk about their experience in bio. Like here's what they do. Here's the some of the studies that they're working on, what they're interested in, and what they're pursuing, like their goals. And we
mm.
also had the chance to make our own project. So that was my speed run of the summer research program.
Nice. Mine was a bit different. We did a 10-week program, so we'd come in every Saturday. It was really fun, and we have to credit Natalie Coldell for being
Oh
the one.
yes.
What are you doing?
Oh, this is the necklace I was wearing earlier today. I'm just putting
Oh,
it on my finger. Yeah.
because on his, it looked like it was blurry. I couldn't see the necklace, so it looked like he's just frantically waving his finger no at me, and I was like, "Damn, what am I doing wrong?" Like,
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I see though. That's It's moving really fast in the camera, at
It's,
least, because I'm
it
having like
doesn't
really
pick it
poor
up.
quality.
That's really funny. Um, she was actually the one who told us about networking because
Yeah.
Nathan and I are both first generation.
Mm.
Wait, are
Wait,
you
am I
first
first
gen?
generation?
Did your mom go to college here?
Wait, no, my mom definitely went to college.
You're not first generation.
Honorary? Am I accepted by the community?
You, it's okay. On behalf of the first generation community, I accept you.
Does that mean we have to re-record the intro?
No, I'm not
Okay, let's
doing
move
that.
on. Honestly, if they watch the intro and watch this far into the video, we've been recording for an hour and 20 minutes. I think they deserve to call me out. I think they deserve the satisfaction that comes with that.
That's funny. Um, we're probably gonna cut this down severely. I feel like.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
I guess she was also the one who told us about networking. We
Mhm.
had no idea until she like spelled it out for us, and we're like, "Thank you, Natalie," because she really saved us there.
Oh
She
yeah.
really saved us there because no
Yeah.
one had ever told me before. Like I knew like tangentially, I guess, about the existence of LinkedIn and like of the concept of networking, but I didn't realize just how essential it was. You know what I mean? And so that was
Yeah.
really helpful. But I guess, anyways, before we get into our Natalie Cole rant, let's move on to the next question.
Okay. Okay. Um. Oh, I was gonna add on. I don't think we would have stopped. That could have been a whole episode.
It
It could
truly
be
it
a
could have
whole
been.
episode. Hold on. Let me write this down. We have a list of episodes. And we, you know what? I'll worry about this later. We've already talked about this.
Yeah.
Anyways, well, let's do. Do you want to do one more or two more?
Let's do two more.
Okay. Second to last one. Give us something good.
This music.
I love it. I love it. Would you rather eat nothing but ice cream or nothing but pizza for a year?
Pizza.
Yeah, yeah. Pizza has more variation. Actually no. Ice cream
Yeah.
does have a fair. No, pizza
No, no,
has more
no.
variation.
Pizza has way more variation. Also, ice cream, I'd feel so sick all the time if I only had ice cream to eat. Whereas with pizza, I could literally just bake a piece of bread and be like, "Oh, it's a flatbread pizza. What do you mean?"
Oh, okay. Yeah. Um, I would try. Oh, I think I'll stuff anything in my mouth to be honest. But uh, I think I would have a lot of fun experimenting for like the first month, for the first month, and then the next few months it would just be I don't know. I think I'd find a way to work beef stew into my into my pizza recipe.
That's
That's a
funny.
reference for another time, but I'll let you guys know right now. I'm a beef stew connoisseur. All right, I think we can move on from that one. That was really short. Ooh, okay.
Would you rather have a talking pet or a pet that can do magic tricks? Um, Pet that can
Talking
do
pet would
magic
be funny.
tricks. Pet that can do magic tricks. I'm doing infinite money glitch.
Oh, a couple. um, I, I can't possibly top that. I I truly can't possibly top that.
It's the way you went. Oh come on, as if like I.
Like that was amazing. That was awesome. Oh yeah, when we make an Instagram and a Twitter, and oh, we already have them. This clip is going on there. Oh yeah.
Should we make a
Oh my
website?
goodness.
We should make
Uh,
a website. We should make a website.
let's make the accounts
We're...
first. Let's make a TikTok.
Let's start the podcast first.
Yeah. Why don't we post this episode before we start talking about? Let's make a website. Let's make an LLC. Let's make it. All right. But if I did have a talking pet, I still agree. Money glitch, magic tricks. But if I did have a talking pet, I would ask the dog, what does it know about its new friend after sniffing its butt? Like, why? I want to know what the alert is. Like, is there something that we're missing out on? Not that I'd be interested in figuring that out through trial and error.
Oh, if I had a talking pet, I'm becoming like a Jane Goodall level.
Oh no, that pet is
A
gonna be my
scientist.
spy.
That I'm like, no, if I have a talking pet, I'm studying sentience.
You know what? That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
That'd be
Wait, should we do
awesome.
another question? Because these two were actually very straightforward.
Yeah,
Would you
these were
rather's?
really quick questions. So, actually, you want to do like a speed round, and then I
Yeah.
guess
Oh my god. Yeah. Let's run through all the rest. Speed round.
okay, because there's really not that much. If we get a good one, we can talk about it. Because honestly, we have the time.
Mm-hmm.
This is gonna be a really long episode, but I'm fine with that.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, I like the music.
This is good.
What's a memorable mistake you made at work, and what did you learn from it? Oh, this is a profound one.
Memorable mistake. I was mounting tissue and I mounted them without using mounting medium. You know, the thing that actually adheres them. We were just doing a
What are
practice.
you doing?
So
Wait, what
it
are you
was
talking about? Sorry.
at the
I'm sorry.
lab.
I was mounting tissue. I imagine you sitting on a tissue box. Like I have no clue. I'm sorry. What is mounting? What do you mean by mounting tissue?
Plates, like frost plates, clear glass.
Frost
You put the
plates?
tissue. That's what they're called. You put the tissue on. Um, you usually it's folded up, so you have to unfold it with a paintbrush, and then you let it dry because you have to use like PBS. I just put it on without any mounting medium, which is a what adheres it, and b what preserves it, and c contains one of our three stains.
Okay.
And
And what did you learn from this experience?
what did I learn? First of all, my mentor found it really funny,
Uh,
thankfully. Secondly, I can't I still struggle to come to terms with the fact that I did not use mounting medium to mount the tissue samples. What did I learn from this? I learned to think more thoroughly about what I'm doing and to try to be more focused in the moment. Um, and it was just overall a really funny experience.
Sounds like it. Sounds like it.
Yeah.
For me, a memorable mistake. Hmm. Hmm. I think I think the most memorable mistakes, I can't pick out one because I do them all the time. But the most memorable
Oh my
ones,
god, you forgot your homework on Friday. That was really funny.
oh wow. Okay, that was pretty funny, but I was thinking more towards like something more profound, but if we're going to go there, um I am a very forgetful individual.
And he
Um
has one folder.
I have no. I have a I have one
Hmm.
no, I have a 7 tab pocket folder. So there's like
One
7 pocket.
folder.
It's one folder, but it has 7 compartments.
So when he forgets his folder at home, he forgets all of his
Okay,
homework.
but we live in like the 21st century. You know, things are digital. I can
Hmm.
get away with it most
Not AP
days.
Bio.
All
Not
right.
AP
But
Bio. What's that
if
one Mr. Bean? Da, 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 da. Do you see what I'm doing?
oh,
Da,
yes.
da, 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 da,
Yeah.
da, da.
I, she's
It's the
wagging her
wait.
finger at me, y'all.
Yeah.
um but what I did learn from it, I think Vanessa, you can attest to this. I was very chill and
Yeah.
straightforward about it. Like, oh wow, I guess I lost my work. And what I learned from that is the fact that maybe this is just senior year, but there are some things that are out of your control. Now, I'm not saying whether or not I bring my folder is out of my control. I am saying the fact that my folder is at home and not at school with me is true. And the fact that I don't have my folder, or whether or not I have my folder in that moment after I had that realization, was out of my control. So the next best thing you can do is make the best out of that situation and focus on the things that
Mm-hmm.
are in my control. The first thing I could do, talk to the teacher. So I talked to the teacher. I talked to my
Mm-hmm.
favorite chemistry teacher of all time, my only chemistry teacher.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
And the best
that's
one.
not true. We had Dina Leggett and Jeremy Krug. I love those
And
guys.
let's not forget Kristen Cacciatore.
Kristen Cacciatore. I hope I run into any of those guys just in public,
Yes.
because
Oh
I
my god,
know Kristen
yes.
Cacciatore is in Boston, and Dina
I
Leggett's
think
somewhere in Western Mass, maybe.
I know. I think Kristen Cacciatore is in Springfield. Is that right?
Hmm. One of them are in Springfield, and one of them's in Boston. But
Mm,
I really want to meet one of them just to thank them for getting me through AP Chem. If you guys
yes.
take AP Chem, they'll be the people who speak in the videos. If you ever see
Mm,
Doc Dina, bro, you're in good
yeah.
hands. You are in good hands. Kristen
My queen
Cacciatore, you
Dina
are in
Leggett.
good hands. And we always had to crug it up, especially during the
Mm-hmm.
end of the episode, end of AP Chem. Jeremy
That
Krug
was
is
a
a
Freudian
YouTuber.
slip.
End of the episode. Yeah, we're getting towards there. Let me finish this really quickly. Jeremy
Mhm.
Krug, YouTube videos, AP Cam. At the end of the year, he does a live stream where it's like a giant Kahoot, and all the comments are just brain rot. Yeah, we're crugging it up tonight. Oh yeah, let's crug it. Let's crug it hard. Yeah, thank you, Krug, my king Krug. Anyways, moving on. Moving on. What I learned was that um, focus on the things that are in your control, not out of your control. And that's how I survived the boat situation where I was stranded on an island. Moving on.
Also, community is everywhere.
Yes, yes, yes. You can find there are always people like you. You're not unique, but that's a beautiful thing. Anyways,
Yeah.
let's move on.
Would you
Would you
rather
wait?
watch only TV for a whole month or listen to only music for a whole month?
That's not even that
Ooh.
bad.
Listen to only music for a whole month.
I agree because I'm so busy that I don't get to.
Watch
Um,
TV anyway.
yeah. I mean, I do watch a lot of YouTube. Dinner with YouTube is good. But that's
That's
fine
not
because dinner.
TV.
Okay, yeah, fair enough.
Mm.
In that case, music for a whole month. I need to expand my
Yeah.
music taste anyway. That was an easy one. Let's keep going.
Hmm.
Next time you'll do it. Would you
Okay.
rather be able to teleport to any place instantly or read minds? Now,
Teleport to any place instantly. Bro,
yeah,
you
that would be
you'd better
good.
bet I'm randomly teleporting to Greece so I can get custom made sandals and then coming back.
Yeah,
My
that'd be good.
groceries, if I could do this, so inexpensive.
Okay, but reading minds. Okay, first of all, there are so many situations where I want to know what somebody is thinking.
You see, I don't want to because it feels invasive, and frankly, I don't need to know what they're thinking unless they state it toward to me.
Um, like I'm not saying I want to know what they're thinking, like like their entire thought process day by day. I just want to know how somebody feels about one topic. Now, if it's like I have to read everything in their mind, like I have to see all of their thoughts, including the bad and the aggressive and the angry and the weird ones, then obviously teleport. But if I'm talking with someone and I know the vibe, like I'm not saying I want to be able to read minds, but I want to be a major empath
Hmm.
with 100% certainty. That would be great because I think a lot of people, and at least for me, um, there's definitely situational confidence. And if you don't know if the other person's having enjoying the conversation, you're like, ah. But then, actually, no, never mind. I don't want to be able to read minds because I remember that there's such a thing as being too empathetic.
Hmm.
Um,
Oh
does
yeah.
that make sense?
No, I
Is that like,
understand. If I were if I were to pick the read minds one, I'm gonna study sentience.
uh,
So I'm gonna just like read the minds of animals and try to figure out what's going on, or like
uh,
I'm gonna walk up to like I don't know. I'm gonna somehow see coma patients and see like okay, can you like are you thinking like what's happening? I would study sentience. Um,
I watched this crazy YouTube video, not crazy YouTube video, very good video essay.
Stuck in syndrome, locked in
No,
syndrome,
no, but I've also watched that. That was good. Um,
terrifying. Oh my god.
yeah, but it was really captivating. The one I was thinking about, it was this therapist guy explaining why empathy is a bad thing. And he's saying how um, being too empathetic can make first dates worse because essentially what happens is, let's say two people are talking and maybe one person senses a little bit of dissatisfaction from the second person, but it's not like the conversation is over. The conversation isn't over. It's just not like perfect at the
Mm.
moment.
But then
Like
you take on that feeling of dissatisfaction and it creates a negative
exactly.
feedback loop. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and then two people being negative makes is so much worse than one person being kind of negative and one person being positive.
Mm.
Like, um, yes, I'd like people to know how I feel, but part of that is um like you can't feel one way all the time, especially with like the way you think. There's always some entropy to thoughts. There's always some emotional entropy. So
Oh yeah, for sure.
like yeah, it's important to know what people are thinking and it's very useful. But um there'll be times where I'm very mad at whoever I care about. Like obviously in long term, like yeah, I love that person. I love that homie and whatever. But in this instance, I hate their guts. I don't want to see them. You know? But I won't maybe I'll convey I don't want to talk to you. You piss me off. But I'm not gonna like if they hear my thoughts, I'm gonna be real. My angry thoughts aren't that pretty. It'll be, bro, this person, no freaking way. I hate this guy. Like I just want to get out of here. Honestly, I want anything but to be in this conversation at this very moment. But that's just because I'm mad. All right, I'm not going to get into that anymore, but I
Hmm.
think everybody gets it. Let's move on.
Yeah, definitely.
Would you rather have a pet dragon or a pet unicorn? Does the
Unicorn.
unicorn have superpowers?
It has to make wishes. I've
It has to
decided.
make wishes? Ooh. Okay.
Unicorn.
Okay. Does the dragon have powers? Like, is it Shenron from Dragon Ball? Like, can that also grant me wishes or like no?
I don't know, but I don't have it in me to tame a dragon.
Oh,
Unicorn, and then I'm sending it abroad to live in the motherland. A, so it gets cultured, and B, so that I don't have to take care of it, and then my family can just have a unicorn.
if I had a unicorn, okay, when you said it makes wishes, I have to pick unicorn. But
Yeah.
assuming it doesn't make wishes, it just has some sort of superpower that I don't know yet. I'm picking a dragon. And I'm picking a dragon because,
So you can get to places.
yeah,
Instead of getting
imagine
your
my
license and getting
aura.
a car,
All right,
your
okay, fine.
dragon, I worry that the dragon would get shot down by the US Armed Forces. I don't have the means to take care of a dragon. Like I need to be responsible here about my parenting decision. Um
Okay, but
whereas
okay, do
if I send
Pokeballs exist?
it
No, because like
it's Charizard.
In Pokemon, Charizard isn't a dragon type. Let's talk about that. That's stupid. Anyways, in Pokemon, you want to get somewhere fast, you use fly, and you get there. So that's what I
Mhm.
do. Let's say, oh man, I really need to be in Boston, but gosh, I really hate the traffic of the I-93, and I really hate the traffic of the Big Dig. It's so crowded that you don't really see where your exit is until you're right in front of it. Man, what do I do? Boom, Charizard, fly me to South Station. Actually, no, Charizard, fly me to my actual location. That would be rad. Also, imagine me pulling up to school on a dragon. Like what?
And then you put it into a Pokeball. That would be cool.
Ah,
Would you rather have a talking toilet or a talking fridge?
talking
Talking
fridge.
fridge. I can't.
I can't
Talking
listen to the
toilet.
toilet. I
I can't
can't,
face the crimes like
dude.
that. Secondly, imagine getting heckled. Imagine getting heckled in the bathroom.
Imagine it talking shit literally.
All right. Let's move on. We're almost
Oh,
there.
oh
Let's
man,
speed
that's
run the
funny.
rest of these.
What's the most interesting project you worked on? Um,
Um, hmm,
hmm.
honestly,
You can pick two if you
most
go fast.
most interesting. What I did last year in AP research was I did a meta-analysis on studies of the uncanny valley effect to look for publication bias. That was both interesting and like a big learning experience. I really like that. And this past summer, I did an internship at Brigham and Women through the Cure program through Dana Farber Cancer Institute. Um, and it was really cool. I don't know if I'm allowed to talk about what we did, but I was really eye opening and just a really amazing experience. Okay,
Okay, great. I knew you were gonna pick those two. That's why I said you could pick two. Um,
thank you.
I guess now I have to pick something. You know what heparin is?
Mhm.
Okay. Right now I'm working with an iGEM team to synthetically produce heparin from bacteria, and I think that's
Oh
really
wait,
cool.
you should explain what that is. to
Heparin
diagnose.
is it's a drug it's an anticoagulant, which means
Mhm.
let's say you have a problem with blood clots. Maybe you have a lot of blood clots in your arteries. Um, it slows down the process of clotting blood, and it makes you bleed more, I guess.
Mhm.
So um, it's just in a shortage right now. So we thought, okay, let's fix that.
Really,
That's
we're
a
in a
project.
heparin shortage as well.
Yeah, I mean, I think there are a couple companies that are in shortage, but I didn't really look too much into current supplies. I
Yeah,
really only looked into the history of development
yeah. There's a
because there's a
couple
team for that.
medications that are in shortage right now.
Yeah, but that's a really cool project. I'm
Mhm.
also um, working on a viral diagnostic with my internship. I really like I really like the work we do there because the I won't give too much details on it, but it's called Nanosplash. It'll it'll tell you if you're sick just based off of a saliva sample. So you'll spit in it and it'll change color in a couple minutes to let you know if you're sick. Really cool, and I think it's really awesome. And it's one of the first. It'll be one of the first pieces of technology on the market that uses quantum technology. So I'm not going to get into that, but that's really cool. Let's move on.
Mm. Yes.
Uh, would you rather have
Oh,
a clown's face or a clown's big feet for the rest of your life?
big feet.
Yeah,
It has to be big feet.
comically
I
large
can't.
feet. Yeah, I'm
I
fine
I
with that.
I, I won't make it with a clown's face.
Yeah, no, thank you. Moving on. We already answered this question, but do you want to go again, or do you want to pick someone new?
uh, who is your professional role model? Low key, I think we should skip it
Okay, okay.
because I think it's
Um,
boring if we repeat ourselves.
I was gonna pick Ryan Robinson.
Mm.
You know what? I'm just gonna say that real quickly. I pick Ryan Robinson. He's my boss, the CEO of Conduit Computing, and he's done literally everything. Like he's a saxophonist. He makes music. He is the world's first quantum engineer, and he also had 3 degrees. One of them in literature. Excuse me.
Hmm?
That's cool. Exactly. Exactly. Like what? And all of those degrees are from MIT. He only applied to MIT, by the way. He only applied to one college.
Okay, flex. That's kind
Yeah,
of a flex.
that's really cool. Anyways, let's move on.
Mm.
Would you rather be super strong or super fast?
Super fast. 100%. The speed at which I'm going to get my work done. Oh my god.
Oh yeah, you think fast too. And I guess
Yeah.
if you're super fast, force equals mass times acceleration. Oh my god, nerd. Nerd. You're gonna be
AP
super strong
physics
either
student.
way.
AP physics student.
Let's move on. What's the biggest challenge you faced in your career? What is the
Hmm.
biggest challenge you faced in your career?
Uh,
Um,
lack of perspective.
I agree.
Lack of
I agree.
perspective. I haven't had for most of my life a thorough understanding of what different careers entail. And so I've just been like a little lost about that. Like, and that's led to indecision for most of my life. It's only recently that I've been able to come to that decision. And that's through um, reaching out and making sure I get my hands on that information. Most people aren't able to do that or don't even realize that they can do that. And that's why that decision usually comes later. I mean, most people find out what they want to do in college, right? For a
Yeah.
reason. Also, that you're growing, you're learning more about yourself. But yeah, that.
Yeah, especially in the beginning of the beginning stages of your careers where you really don't know what you're doing. I
Yeah,
guess you don't
yeah,
know what you're confused about. So,
exactly.
most things, most of the reason people don't start things is because they either A don't know how easy it is to start, or B they just don't know anything about it. All right, we're
Okay,
done.
we are done with our questions.
That was a
Um,
really long episode, but
that was a
I'm
really long
glad
episode.
it was really
Um,
good.
I hope you
So,
guys have gotten to know us sufficiently, and I hope you'll join us again next episode where
yep.
we interview Julius Tavin, who was a mentor from a program I did, and
Mhm.
he's currently a PhD candidate. Actually, he passed his qualifying exam in April.
Nice.
Currently a PhD candidate, and it's an even longer episode. We hope you
Yep.
enjoy. And so, with that, Nathan, if you'll count us off.
Oh yeah, hold on. Let me get the echo. Sorry about that. All right. Business
Business
out.
out. Ow, 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 ow.
Being stranded on an island set my schedule off by like a solid 4 hours, and like
That's funny. That's really funny, Nathan.
yeah, it's so funny. Actually, let's find a way to put this in the pod.
I can't. This is gonna go verbatim in the pod. This
But
is this is the bloopers. This is the bloopers.
yeah, okay, all right, we'll put it in the bloopers. But no, seriously, being stranded on that, this is something that only happens to me. No,
Only you.
I was literally talking with Reed, and she was leaving because she had to do like a whole thing with her family,
Yeah.
and she was gonna be like busy. I'm sure you already know about it by now. But
Yeah.
she she said, "Are you coming? Are you coming with us?" And I go, "No, I'm gonna stay for a little longer. I'm gonna finish flying this kite, and I'm gonna go clean up with the family." She goes, "Okay, bye." We say our goodbyes, and then the boat breaks with my phone and my stuff on it. Like the the boat breaks. Excuse me. How am I supposed to get home? So they go home, they get home fine, but they can't bring the boat back. So we have to go and find somebody else who also has a yacht. And it has to be a yacht that's bigger than ours so we can put all the luggage and the people on in one trip. We were going to take our original boat and just go back in 3 trips. We did everything in one trip. Oh,
This is so
that's
funny.
something that only happens to me. That would only happen to me. When we finally left, we were on shore. It was dark. It was like 9:40 something, and I'm talking to my friend's parents, and I'm like, "Thank you so much. This was a crazy situation." They're like, "Yeah, I'm so sorry that your mom is going to kill you. Like, I mean, absolutely murder you, and I'm really sorry about that." And I go, "No, it's okay because if I survive, I have a story to tell." Um, and they're like, "When you survive," and I go, "No, if."